Aloha once again. This is 8 months, so 8 month update. I'm going to do the same format as last time. Just talk a little bit here and then cut to some footage taken with my phone that's a little closer, and that'll be that. It's seeming to me like things aren't really progressing right now. I know that they are, and there are some signs that I can see. Noticing that some of the lumps and bumps and loops are changing, so that's one clear sign. But in general, it seems to me that the change is slowed, and maybe it's just a little bit of impatience on my part, which is natural, but I'm just waiting for length to start to come, and really it seems like length is stagnated. I don't even know if I'm seeing too much overall shrinkage anymore. I think I'm kind of at a plateau, and what can you do but wait? So I'd really like it to start growing, but I don't think that's going to happen until after like a year or a year and a half. But 8 months has always been a good milestone that I've been looking forward to. I feel like after 8 months, you're on a quick countdown to a year, and I definitely feel like things have matured up to this point. So I'm excited that I've come a long way, but I still think I've got a long ways to go. I feel like with this update, I don't really have much to say that I noticed too much. I guess briefly I'll cover my care regimen, or lack thereof. I've been still surfing almost every day, occasionally more like a every other day type schedule, but my hair is getting wet every single day still. And that doesn't seem to be having a negative effect. I think if anything, it just makes it a little more frizzy. But I'm not concerned about that. I'm not trying to have any delusions that dreadlocks are nice and clean, and I'm dealing with that just fine. Shampooing is about once a week, maybe once every week and a half sometimes. I definitely rinse after I'm in the ocean every time, but since I am in the ocean every day, washing isn't such a huge concern because I know my hair is just getting wet all the time and relatively clean from the salt water as long as I'm rinsing out without salt water in the shower afterwards. Don't feel the need for shampoo that often, so it is still at least like once a week, maybe once every week and a half at the very least. And that's just shampoo that I make myself with baking soda, a little bit of residue-free shampoo, high dilution of water, and some essential oils. You can see my other video for that. But it's working for me, and I'm sticking with it, and I'm pretty happy with that. So no cleaning up of the hair or crocheting or root work or anything like that. I'm just letting it go, do it at once. I'd like maintenance to be something that I don't really do at all anymore, only when absolutely necessary, and probably only when I've gone maybe 4 or 5 months without doing anything and have a lot of significant length of loose new hair growth to work with. I did do some loose hair cleanup about a month and a half ago, and I noticed that lesson learned was that I think it's better just to wait till that hair is really long. If you do it when it's shorter and try to tuck it into your dreads, it's most likely to come out. And I feel like that type of maintenance is something that you should do sparingly, because if you do too much, you're just going to damage your hair and break it, and I don't want to go down that road. So more and more, I feel like I am learning patience, and the more that I get into sort of the lifestyle that goes along with the hairstyle, the more I'm learning to just let it be. And the more that I look at other people's timelines and stuff, the more that I think you can see that sort of personal growth and change in the way that they relate to the dreadlocks. Is that the longer they have them, the more they decide to kind of just let them do whatever they're going to do, and also to let maintenance kind of go more and more by the wayside, because I feel like the more that you do, the more potential there is for damage. Done right, I think there's a lot of examples out there of people who do a lot of maintenance and their hair's not falling out. But for me personally, I'm finding some bit of peace with coming to terms with just letting my hair be what it is and letting it have its own natural progression. So that's kind of what I'm learning and where I'm going with what I do with my hair. So let's cut to the video and check out where my hair is at 8 months. Thanks, guys. Oh, time for my close-up shot. So this is what my hair is looking at 8 months. You can see it's still pretty frizzy. Underneath there, a bunch of new growth is all my natural brown hair color. So I do have that going. I mean, I can see that there's some new hair growth because I have a finite line there of sort of the old growth and the new growth, which is nice. But like I said, I still feel like progress is slow this month, not seeing too much. There in the back, though, you can see some of those dreads that kind of have kinks in them and bumps and loops of hair. And those I can feel are kind of sort of constantly changing and moving around. I feel like the one real noticeable thing, now that I'm thinking about it and looking at the footage, is that the ends of all the dreads are where they feel the loosest. So like the last 2 inches on every dread feels loose and sort of not as compact. It's still all pretty knotted up, but it's looser than the rest, and the body and base of the dreads are all pretty much getting quantifiably dreadlocked, and the ends are sort of still catching up. You can see all the ends kind of have a little bend or kink to them, and I think that's just being able to see that looseness. They're not quite firmed up, holding one particular shape. They'll kind of go in any one direction that they dry if they're wet, or if I have them up or pull them back or anything, they'll kind of hold a bend or a certain contour more than anything else of the dreadlock. So you can see there's a lot of frizz still, just trying to show the ends, and that's where a majority of the loose hair is. The body of the dreads are actually tightening up pretty well. There on the top you can see a lot of my natural brown hair color is coming in. A lot of loose stuff happening there, but I'm content to just let my hair do what it's going to do. And that's pretty much it at 8 months, so I guess I'll see you at 9 months, and mahalos for watching, guys.